Hi everyone, I'm Marina from AIKO Solar. We have been working with Segen, I think, since we signed the contract last October, and it has been a really great journey with Segen for this year. Yeah, so I'm looking after the Northern Europe region, and today I'm with our solution manager for our region, Mohammed. A brief introduction about our team. So our team has expanded quite a lot. So now we also have Mark, who is our business development manager for South UK. And then we also have Steve, who is our BD for North of UK. And we also have a new marketing manager, Shona, who's looking after the region as well. So if anybody needs any help with anything, you know who to contact from our team. Yeah. So for today's presentation, we have prepared a brief introduction on the company. I will update you on how we have been doing for this year, and then also look at our full product range, including the new Nebula, the lightweight module. And then Mohammed will be going into the case studies with you guys, which we show what we reference cases that we have done and a financial calculation on these cases as well. Yeah. So I will start with the company. Okay. Yeah. So a brief introduction about AIKO for those who don't know who AIKO is. Well, we've only been going into the module business since 2 years ago. But we have been in the solar cell manufacturing business since 2009, and we are one of the biggest solar cell manufacturer. So that's why you can see here is we've shipped over 120 gigawatt of solar cells. And actually this year, this year in Europe, we have done close to 500 megawatt in Europe, and for our region, Northern Europe, we have done very, very close to 100 megawatt, which is something quite powerful for any new module manufacturer that has only come into the industry for technically just 1 year that we have started. Yeah. Employees globally, we have expanded quite a lot, as you've seen with our team. So we have over 15,000 employees. 20% of them is R&D. We are quite strong on R&D ratio. This is also because we are, even as a solar cell manufacturer, we have been known as the high efficiency cell providers. So this is what the best we can do. So the very same for our solar modules. We also provide the highest efficiencies that you can get in the industry that is commercially available, not just in the lab. We have over 20 global branches. Recently, we've actually just moved our office from Reading to Birmingham at the moment, so closer to the solar and storage. And then we also have 3 R&D centers, 2 in China and 1 in Germany, and I do know that we are the only solar module manufacturer that has a R&D center that is actually outside of China. So for AIKO, our innovation comes in 2 parts. One part is our technical innovation, and then another part is how we actually manufacturing to make that technology come true. So from the very beginning in the solar cell P-type wafer range, that time one of the mainstream PERC technology was actually manufacturing technology is actually developed by AIKO, and it's the most used technology that people are using at the moment. That was back in 2016. So now we have moved on to larger. We've also been one of the first to move on to larger cells, and that's how you get larger modules. And then we have moved on to the N-type ABC technology. So the technology that we have is a back contact technology. There are other technologies of modules available. I think another one would be TOPCon, and then there's also the heterojunction HJT technology. These are all technologies that we have looked at actually. The main reason why we chose back contact technology was because of its high efficiency and its high reliability. I think it is everybody might have already seen the letters from Topcom that they prefer to provide you guys double glass modules. This is because actually with Topcom modules, they are more sensible to high moisture and high temperature conditions. So the degradation of those modules would not be able to achieve what they claim in their warranty. So that's why everybody has been switched to double glass. So it has a better encapsulation. But this is not a known factor for back contact technology. So AIKO has studied other technologies, and eventually we have chosen the ABC technology, and we have also improved on top of the existing back contact technology. Yes. So another thing well noticed is that we have a bifacial module for back contact module, which has reached 70% bifacial rate. As you know that back contact technology, all of the connections are on the back, so it is really, really hard to make it bifacial. So this is one of AIKO's very proud moment that the technology we have achieved. And then we have the new technology, the infinite technology that we have announced at Intersolar and at the China exhibition SNAC, which will bring our efficiency even higher next year. So at the moment, what we are doing globally is that we are helping out government on large scale projects. For example, we have put one here, the Dangan Island. This is a solar and storage whole system for a whole island to make it carbon neutral. We're also doing this in Freiburg, in Austria, for the government at the moment. So yeah, in terms of efficiency, we do have I think we have been on the chart for about 18 months now since we came into Europe, since Taiyang News. This is available actually on the website. You can see that they update it every month to see the highest available module in efficiency in the market, and we have been on the top for 18 months, and I don't think there will be any change soon. Yeah, we have loads of patents regarding our technology, so we do not expect people to be able to catch up to us that soon. Yeah. So coming to the manufacturing part, at the moment, our capacity is at 70 gigawatt, but that is combining the cell and the modules. And of course, for our ABC cells, we do not provide to anyone else apart from making it into modules ourselves. So we do still sell TOPCon, high efficiency TOPCon cells to the other module suppliers, many of them in tier 1 and also in other tiers. So that is 35 gigawatt of the cell capacity. And then we also, for the ABC module at the moment, we have 25 gigawatt of capacity with another 10 gigawatt being built, the new factory in the north part of China, in Jinan. Yeah. So with our factory, we have always been trying to make it more automated. And so that's why in 2017, we were actually the first one to build a 5 gigawatt size automatic cell factory. What we are trying to do is that to make it fully automatic, at the moment, everybody uses human inspectors. This is a needed part, but with AIKO, we are actually looking into the AI technology. So in the future, all of the inspectors would be using this, would be AI inspectors. So that will be truly fully automatic. And then we also have invented the silver-free metallization technology. So what it means is that our modules, instead of using silver for bus like everyone else, we actually use a spray of copper alloys to make up the bus. So that is, of course, a control of costs and in raw material, because silver is a precious metal. And then also our modules will come naturally stronger because copper is stronger than silver. It comes into our micro crack resistant feature that I will show you guys later. Yeah, so at the moment, our factory, because we do 100% sales ourselves, which is quite different to other manufacturers. So we are able to integrate those two parts. And solar cells are actually very thin and quite fragile. So for other manufacturers, after they've manufactured the cell or after they've got the shipment of their solar cells, any transportation from the cell into the module factory, it will actually create micro cracks within your cell. And the micro cracks will actually decrease the efficiency of the module. So what we have done is that as soon as the cells are manufactured, it's in the same production line as our module. So this is how we already avoid the lower efficiency or the micro cracks from the very beginning. It's something that we do. And then, yeah, as I've mentioned before, the infinite technology that will be reaching the 25% efficiency. At the moment, our modules are between 23 and 24% efficiency. So going upwards, we will be using 24% as the floor, and then we'll be reaching 20 and 25% efficiency. So I think at the moment with the other manufacturers, it's generally between 22% and 23%. So we are in general 1% higher in comparison to the other module manufacturers. Yeah, so the next, as I've mentioned, actually the next step that we are looking to do is zero carbon production for our whole production line. This is something we are already doing with our major wafer and the silicon production site where they use solar cell, where they use solar and also hydropower for their production. So next step will be to make all of our cell factory and our module factory zero carbon as well. So in the new factory that we are building, the 10 gigawatt factory, it will be 100% renewable electricity and also even 90% water recovery as well, which is actually a very hard thing to do on water recovery. Yeah. So yeah, we also have here a video for our factory. This can be found on our YouTube channel. So I will not be showing you guys here. And one of the questions I receive a lot is about ESG. I understand that this is a very standard question for Chinese module manufacturers to receive. So what we have done is that we have a ESG website that you can click onto our website. It has mainly all of the questions that you guys would be asking for, code of conduct, or like the statements. And then we are also now part of the United Nations Global Compact. So this is a organization that looks at sustainable business development. We have also signed on a part of the women equalization organization as well. So there are a few things that we're doing according to the UN Global Compact law, which you can find on our ESG website as well. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you can see on the top here. Yeah, but we have had some third-party audits in our factory as well, and then some other certificates. If you have any more requirements, please talk with us. Our ESG department will be very happy to work with you. So now coming to our products and technical. So this is the full range of products we are providing at the moment. So generally we split it into utility, commercial and industry, and also residential. Yes. So with utility, it will be our biggest modules, the Stella version. We have received some requests on like large 700-watt modules. We do that in China. So if it's like a large project, please talk with us. But in general, we do not stock this, and it is not a Europe region product. So the largest one we do is the 2382 times 1134. Our width is always 1134. So that will be the Stella version, and it is bifacial. We also have another version which is for close to water for close to water area. So that is within the utilities range, and the power is between 640 and 650 watt at the moment. And then coming to the Comet, the commercial and the industry, so the rooftop part, because it's the Stella version is the bifacial version. So when you do bifacial, you do lose a little bit power because of the lack of the white back sheet reflection. So that's why the Comet 2382 version is a single glass version, but it has a higher power in comparison to the Stella. So it's 645 to 655. And then we have in our stock some of the 2323 module that we have produced before. So it's 620 to 630 watt at the moment. And then we have the Nebula series, the lightweight module, which I'll go into detail a little bit more later. So let's go to the NeoStar version. So for the NeoStar, we also have a relatively new product. We have started doing 60 cell now as well. So the length of the product will be 1954, so just under 2 meter. For those of you who don't like modules too big. And we have the single glass version, but it's full black. If you have larger projects that requires white back sheet or double glass, it is possible. Please talk with us. And then the power of that module is now 505 to 510 on the full black version. And then the most familiar for all the residential guys, it will be the 1757 full black single glass, which we have 455 to 460. We have some old stock of lower powers. You can talk with Segen about these. And then we also have the white back sheet, black frame 465 to 470 watt. That is also on the 1757 times 1134 range. All of the NeoStar and also the Comet for the 2323. So up to that, we all have Staubli connectors and also long cable. I think for the small ones is 1.2 meter, and for the Comet one is the 1.4 meter. And then for the larger ones, we have in stock the MC4 compatible version connectors and short cable. But if you require Staubli and other cables, you can let us know. Yeah. So coming to the Nebula, the very, very lightweight module. It's also quite a proud product that to present to you guys, as this is only 8.6 kilogram. It's a very standard size, 1762, but the power is at 440 to 445 watt. For those of you who has visited our AIKO van, that you have physically touched the module itself, it is actually the front of the module is actually not glass. So this is we are using a aircraft grade plastic on the front, so it is sturdy and light. Yeah, so this is mainly how we reduce the weight. But on the power output, this is mainly because of our solar cells are so high efficient. So that's why it's able to reach 440 to 445. I think at the similar weight, it is actually close to what the other normal modules, the other module manufacturers would do. And for this product, it has a 12-year product warranty and 25-year performance warranty. It is slightly less than our standard warranty, which is the performance warranty would be 30-year, and then the product warranty is 15-year if it's single glass, but for the double glass, it is 25-year product warranty. The reason why this one is a bit shorter is because it's not using glass, it is using plastic, but it is still quite a long warranty period. So yeah, so this is a new product that is available now from AIKO. So coming to the technology points, that what we're trying to provide our customers is we're trying to do higher power So in comparison, we have on the same surface area, we are 6 to 9%, providing that much power, more power in comparison to the TOPCon modules in the market. And then we are trying to provide to end customers higher returns through our partial shade optimization, which we'll go into details. And then we also have a better temperature coefficient. And also we have a lower degradation in comparison with all the other modules in the market. And then on the ultra safety, we also provide a high temperature restriction, so a hotspot control. And then we also have the microcrack resistance. Just to add on the high temperature restriction, we have recently acquired Fire Class A for our double glass modules on the temperature control side. Yes. Firstly, a little bit more details on the products that we provide. So this is the NeoStar series. As you can see, we have white back sheet, black frame. We have single glass black, and then we have also double glass black range. And we are expecting quite a high power jump when it comes into next year. And then this is the 60 cell range. And then also the 2382 range that we have. So coming to the partial shade optimization. So what we have here is a comparison between ABC module and any other modules. Yeah. So what you can see here, this is on the left-hand side, the ABC module, and we have a water pump and a meter to show you the voltage, and also the water pump is to mimic the power that it's producing. So at the very beginning, because AIKO is a more powerful module, so it starts with 45 volt in comparison with the 41 volt. And now we are applying shadings. As you can see, the other module immediately drops from 41 to 27 volt. And AIKO is strong at 42, dropped 3 volt. As we add more, the other module is now dropping to 13. Yeah, I think that's 2/3 of the power lost, and AIKO is staying at 40. Yeah. And now we see after 6 shadings, the other module is actually almost not performing at the moment. And the AIKO is staying at 35 volt. Yeah, so now we are doing the across the board shading, which is quite common if you have some power cables on the top. And as you can see, AIKO dropped from 45 to 29. I think still more than half of the power remained to produce, and the other modules not performing at all. Yes, so this is a very unique feature that we have, that is the partial shade optimization. And we also have the tube report. If when the cell is fully shaded, we can produce an extra 30% more electricity in comparison with TOPCon. It is actually in comparison with any other modules in the market. So this is the theory in why that we can arrange this. Right. So yeah, on the left-hand side, you can see the ABC module. So it's essentially what we are doing is that we are allowing the current to be able to bypass the shaded cells in comparison with the other the other modules, which they would trigger the bypass diodes on the back of the modules. This is what all of the modules have, the bypass diodes, 3 bypass diodes on the back. If it's half cell, then it will be 1/6 of the area affected when one cell is shaded. If it's not half cell, then it will be 1/3 of the module that will be affected. Yes, so this is achieved through our cell structure innovation. Yeah, and this is something that only AIKO has at the moment. So we have, so how much more generation then can we provide? So we have done a performance test on those partial shade optimization. So what we have here, this one is a a 12 module site that we have a side-to-side comparison with Topcon. So what you can see here, the top, the gain, 12%, this is specifically the shade production difference. So on the right-hand side, you can see that when the sunlight is not good, so that it would be, for example, Monday would the first day would be the first day because you can see the solar generation is lower. So during that day, actually, the percentage of difference created by our partial shade optimization is higher at 16%. But then on the second day, when the sunlight production is very good, the shade optimization benefit actually jumped to 6%. So average is 12% when it's a tree shaded situation. I think this is also probably quite similar to what utility scale would see, and also if you have trees nearby. This is one of the scenarios. And then we also done the short side board comparison across the board. So you can see the gain here is quite much more because it covers more strings in the module. So on average is 50% in comparison to other modules. And on the right hand side, it's the same pattern. If there's more shading, then the benefit will be higher. If it's not that much shading, of course, there's not that much benefit in comparison. Yes, so this is what we can see on that side. And now we have the short edge shading, which is if you installed it by portrait, and you might be able to be collecting some dust at the bottom, or in some areas, maybe snow or other deposits at the bottom. So this shade, on average, we can gain about 5% in comparison to the other modules. Yeah. So this is the 3 scenarios of shading test that we have done in comparison. Another thing to mention is the temperature coefficient. So CEA is a PV magazine testing lab. So at the beginning of the year, they have done a test on most of the modules in the market. And then, as you can see here, the ABC module gained a grade that is 107 out of 100. That is because the TOPCon modules generally, the good TOPCon modules generally get a 0.29%. That is the best result that could provide in the industry, but AIKO module has come in at minus 0.26% as officially tested. So that's how we get a 107 out of 100, and we are expecting to be the new full mark point for our for the CEA test again this year. Even though the temperature in UK won't be as high as the other market, but remember, this is the temperature for when the cells are in operation. So it is actually higher than what you feel the room temperature. So you do gain about 1% benefit in generation as well, and on top of the our data sheet provide. Now coming to the degradation, as mentioned, AIKO has one of the lowest degradation in the market. Our 30-year warranty actually guarantees 88.85% performance after 30 year. And if you're comparing it at the 25-year point, we are still 6% higher in comparison with the TOPCon modules in the market. So yeah, the degradation percentage difference will only get higher as the years go forward. Yeah, so and yeah, many solar systems are now going over 30 years. Yeah, so this is actually done because we actually have a quite strict control on our raw material. As we 100% provide our own cells, the step forward would be the wafer control. So for all the wafers that AIKO gets, we actually have a low oxygen and a high resistance requirement on all of our wafers. So high resistance means smaller smaller current resistance, and then for the low oxygen, so it makes sure there's lower loss due to the electrons due to the combination with the oxygen in the wafer. So this is a difference that we make right away from the raw material level in comparison with the other module manufacturers who don't even 100% control their own cell production. So with better raw material, that's how we are able to gain a better degradation. And then the other part would be the technology point that I've mentioned in comparison with TOPCon and also in comparison with HJT as well. Yeah, so these are the 2 points where what we do in order to make a lower degradation. So here is our microcrack resistance test. So maybe some of you have seen this at the Intersolar. So this is a machine which provides the same force and speed as it smashes the cells. And on the left-hand side, ABC, on the right-hand side, TOPCon cell. And it is quite a big difference in comparison. And you can see after the smash, the loss for ABC is at 16%, and for TOPCon is at about 45% difference. This is partly because of our usage of copper instead of silver. It is also because we have generally more bus in comparison with the general TOPCon modules. And also we have, as the factory is quite new for our module production, we are able to use the latest welding technology, which provides triple the force of welding. So that means the modules and the cells themselves are generally more sturdy in comparison to the others. I think also in comparison with other technology, back contact only has the back side that needs to be welded. So it actually avoids the side and the front welding mistakes that could you make, which provides small cracks, which makes the cell more fragile in comparison. Yes, so this is something that we can provide to our installers and customers. And then also on the safety side, we do have a high temperature control. So very similar to the test we have done before. On the left-hand side, ABC module, right-hand side, other modules. And we are now testing the temperature after it's being shaded for 1 hour. So we manually created a hotspot. So for the other module, it reaches around 150 degrees. And then for ABC, it's around 100 degrees. This is 50-degree difference on the hotspot situation, which means less melted cells and less fire risks when you are installing our AIKO ABC modules. So now coming to the part for Mohammed.
Yeah, my name is Mohammed Ali Shroof. I am the product and solution manager. I am based in Düsseldorf, but I'm coming from now and then to UK. Yeah, I will be in Birmingham in September, so it will be great to see you in person. So in my session, I will be doing a comparison case studies. One is targeting the residential market and one is targeting the commercial and industrial. And basically, we will be going through each case study and we will be looking to the module level, like just to look to the module comparison, try to compare the characteristics of each panel. Basically, we will be comparing AIKO panels, ABC technology against TOPCon, because we believe TOPCon is the mainstream, or let's say the traditional panel nowadays in the market. And from there, we will be looking to the design level to see also the comparison on the design level. And from there, look to the technical performance, how much energy you can produce out of each system. One AIKO, the other one TOPCon. And for sure, after you look to the technical performance, we do a projection on the financial impact of each option. And this is the point. We want you to know the value you can get out of AIKO panels. So even though you invest at the beginning of the project, let's say the capex, it's a small extra investment, but the benefits, it's way higher compared to other solutions in the market. Especially we're talking about the C&I, because C&I owners, they care about or let's say they consider the solar project as a financial investment. And yeah, it's always good to highlight the benefits for them. So starting with the residential case study, here you can see the background, or let's say the story of this case study. Here's the address, it's in Reading. It's a household of four persons, and this is the annual consumption. It's 8,650. The solar system is orientated to south with tilting angle 36 degrees, and the system size more or less 5 kilowatt peak, let's say. And the electricity price is 34 pence, and they can sell electricity back to the grid according to the SEG, Smart Export Guarantee, on 15 pence. And the financial model for this project, it's 100% to be in advance, to be paid by the household owner. Here's the comparison on the module level. So first you can see the difference in the appearance between the AIKO panels and TOPCon panels. As Marina highlighted earlier, we don't have any grid lines on the front line, so it's full black. You can see it also here. So you don't see the silver lines, but TOPCon still you have some grid lines on front. Some households, they see it as a huge added value. Some of them, they say it's on the top of the house, but yeah, it's still there. It's really nice to have a full black panel on your house, especially if you have let's say a black also tiles beneath. So it will be kind of, let's say, homogeneous or hidden with the roof. So with our panel, basically you can get 20% more or less. It depends on the power class of the panel, 20 watts more. And it's almost the same dimensions. The efficiency is higher with around 1% more. And also we have an advantage in terms of temperature coefficient, it's less. The degradation of the first year is equal, it's 1%, but we have an advantage on the annual degradation from the second year till the 30 years of the operation time. So it might be it looks small, but it has also a huge impact on the accumulation over the lifetime of the project, and it will bring more financial benefits. Here you can see also the system comparison, like from the system the system design. So we basically use 12 panels for each option, and this will give an advantage for AIKO panels to achieve more power output. So here you can see AIKO panel can give 5.46 kilowatt peak, TOPCon is 5.22. So this almost 5% of more power output. And we are let's say using the same space of the roof. So it's equivalent from the size, equivalent from also the balance of system. We use the same cables, the same inverter. Here you can see the DC-AC ratio. And also we considered 65% in this case as a self-consumption to be localized in the house for the household appliances. Normally, when we do those comparisons, we use PVSys. It's one of the available simulation softwares in the market. You might be using different softwares, but I believe PVSys is one of the most trustable software bases, and we use it to do those kind of studies. So you can see with AIKO panels, you can generate 12% more production, and you can also look to the performance ratio of AIKO panels, it's almost 4 to 5% higher. And the reason behind this is one key thing is the efficiency, because our panels is more efficient. But also we have other reasons like the IAM loss. We have basically less losses to the IAM due to the IAM factors. And also our modules perform better when we are talking about the low light conditions, and also we have less losses due to the lower temperature coefficient. So overall, due, let's say, to the efficiency, due to the high quality of the material we are using in our panels. Also, we use a double coating to have less reflection of the sunlight and transmit more sunlight to the cell level. All of that give us the chance to produce more energy. Talking about the production of each system, here you can see AIKO panels or AIKO option is producing from day one more energy compared to TOPCon. You can see also the degradation for for both systems due to the degradation you have. And also you can see the accumulated energy you can get. This is the difference of the accumulated energy you can get from AIKO panels compared to the TOPCon. So day by day, year by year, you basically generate more energy, and the total will be around 12%. In this case, it's almost 20,000 kilowatt hour or 20 megawatt hour. And this huge extra clean energy you basically generate will guarantee a better financial benefits, as we see in this graph. So when you start, when you invest in the project, the cash flow of the project is in negative. So you can see AIKO is 6,000 in this case, in minus. TOPCon maybe 100 or let's say 5,800. And by time, because you are getting money out of the system and you are getting positive cash flow, you are building more money. And if we just look to the year number 4, we can see with AIKO panels, you get almost 7,000 pounds. And this is already covering the initial investment cost, which is 6,000. Basically, the payback period of AIKO option is 3.4 years. With TOPCon, with TOPCon option at the 4th year, you are getting 6,200, which is already covering also the investment. But if you look to the payback time, it's 3.75 years. And the interesting part, if you look to the end of the lifetime of the project, after 30 years, with TOPCon, you can get 55,500 with AIKO, sorry, and with TOPCon you can get 49,000. So it's a matter of just time, getting more money, getting more energy, getting more money, and here we are considering the same electricity price. And in reality, the electricity price might be increasing. So it's not 35 pence, might be reaching after 5 or 10 years, let's say 50. So the impact even will be more, and the benefits will be more for the households. Here in this graph, it's like a recap for the whole case study. So you can see we are using 12 panels for each option, TOPCon and AIKO panels, and this will give us the chance to boost the power output of the solar system by 4.6%. And this will give you more production over the time with 12%, and will guarantee more financial benefits. In this case, you're getting basically 13% more money compared to TOPCon. So this is the residential case. I will be jumping now to the commercial. It's the same concept. We are using the same number of panels. Basically, we are covering the same roof area. And here in this case, panels against south, and 15 degrees, the tilting angle of the panels. And the targeted system size to be 525 kilowatt peak. We have a power purchase agreement. Basically, each kilowatt energy you generate out of the system, you can sell it with this amount, 11.9 pence. And the financial scheme of this project to be 100% paid in advance. Again, looking to the level of the panels to compare the panels. So with the AIKO panels, you can get a 25 watt more power output on the panel level, almost the same dimensions, and also higher efficiency. The temperature coefficient of AIKO panels is less, and the same degradation of the previous case. Looking to the design of each option. So as you can see, 1,200 panels for each system. And here's the big impact with more power output per panel, you can increase the power output of the solar system. In this case, it's 558 kilowatt peak, and we are using four inverters in each case. And here you can see also the DC-AC ratio for AIKO panels and TOPCon. Again, we are using PV sets to simulate the performance of each option. And yeah, again, we are getting with AIKO panels 11.3% more production due to the almost the same reasons, efficiency, and less losses due to the better quality, let's say, better or advanced material we are using in our panels. And here's the energy you can generate over the lifetime of the project for each option, and the extra clean energy you accumulate with AIKO panels. So it's almost 11% more energy you are getting with the AIKO panels. And then looking to the financial, the project cash flow, to the financial benefits. I think it's really interesting always for the owners of the commercial and industrial buildings to see those kind of calculations. So again, with AIKO option, you invest in this case like 15,000 more, but the payback time of AIKO panels is less than 5 years. And if you look here, like to the year number 5, you have a cash flow of 319,000, which is basically covering what you have invested at the beginning. And for TOPCon, still you are less than what you have invested. And if we just look to the complete lifetime benefits, you can see with AIKO panels, you are getting 1,800,000, which is almost 200,000 more compared to TOPCon solution. So let's say most of the end users, they don't see the difference between the panels in the market. For them, it's like a panel, especially the like those panels will be installed on the top of the roof. No one will look to them, but they really have a huge impact on the financial benefits of the solar project. So I think this is always helping us to talk to the end users in this way, just to explain how the solar system work and how you can generate more money out of the solar system by using more efficient panels. And yeah, I think they appreciate the added value we can provide. And yeah, and at the end, it's again a recap slide just to show the complete let's say case study between AIKO panels and TOPCon. And in this case, again, you can increase the power output of the solar system with 5.7% more, increasing the production, reducing the payback time of the solar system, and achieve more benefits over the lifetime of the project. Yeah, I think I'm done with the cases. I would like also to show you some case studies from different regions here. So those are residential. It's yeah, most of the clients for residential projects, they prefer to go with the full black panels. Here's a project in UK. Capacity is 7.7 kilowatts peak. We're using basically the 455 full black panel that was installed by one of the installers called Tile Energy. I don't know if they are attending this seminar, but yeah, I can see the name. Another also reference case, it's commercial project, or let's say small commercial project, 25 kilowatts. Yeah, I can see that the distance between the panels is really small, and due to let's say the partial shading optimization we have, the solar panels will produce more energy here. More also commercial and industrial cases from Europe here, Netherlands, UK, Germany, and also we have Spain. And here's commercial projects from UK, system size 66 kilowatt peak. Yeah, using the black frame white backsheet panels. You can see there's a shading from one panel to another. Basically, the front row is causing a shading to the second row, and so on. I think due to the limitation of the space of the roof, they don't have this kind of spacing or pitch between the panels. But yeah, I think with the partial shading optimization feature of our panels, you have always more production compared to the traditional panels in the market. So I think another case from also, yeah, this is a big project, 1.3 megawatts, also from UK, using the 455 watt panels. Yeah, I think I'm done with my part, and I think we need to take some questions. For sure, we would like to share the presentation. Also, we can send kind of marketing material. I think it will be helpful and useful for you when you talk to your customers. We can also send it for both cases, residential and commercial. And yeah, we will be catching up with all those questions. Maybe we can send the answers by email. Yeah, another also question asking if they can get more than 455. Yes, so for the black panel, you can get up to 460 now we have in stock. Next year, because we will have the Infinite series, you can get 15 watt more. It will be, yeah, 480, 475.
Mohammed, I think that question is on the lightweight module. If they can get a full black lightweight panel more than 455.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think at the moment we do not have a plan for the all black module, but we'll see how the market reacts to our very brand new lightweight module. So yeah, it's not something that we can answer at the moment. Yeah.
Those panels are available on the Segen portal now if anyone is interested for a pre-order. The stock isn't allocated to it yet, but they are incoming on the AIKO product page.
Yes. Yeah, I think we will follow up on the we've answered some of the questions, but we will follow up on the rest of the unanswered questions with you guys. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, thank you guys very much. Yeah.